Nutrition is really important, but it doesn't do anything if the kids don't eat it. So we need to make sure that the kids like it and that they're willing to try the food and actually enjoy it as well.
There are so many students out there that still think milk comes from a carton, right? They don't understand that there's an animal giving them that milk. Same with plants. They don't understand that, what it takes to grow a carrot to be able to then use, and what that carrot should look like if it's quality, because quality is going to impact flavor. So if I want to keep it paper thin or not cut at all, like my fingers are not moving. I'm looking at you. I'm not even looking here.
We want to give them equitable opportunities to have good food, to have nutritious food that helps them academically. And so we were awarded a sum of money to use and put towards building a more plant-forward program for our students that we could implement next year on our menus, and that we could also share with all other districts in the state of Michigan that were interested.
Excuse us, cart coming through! We worked on specific recipes.
We need spinach and rice.
Because it had to be plant forward.
I pulled all that apart.
And to create flavorful recipes that also speak to the diversity of the students at Kentwood schools.
This is the best! This is the best!
We wanted to be more creative than just offering a baby carrot or broccoli. And so we have some really wonderful Mexican sweet potato recipe. We're going to be adding some guacamole next year. We're adding plantains. And we wanted to highlight the cultural diversity that Kentwood also has to offer.
The hydroponic thing, that took off like a rocket. At first it was like, what are these? Because they were so small. You couldn't really tell what we were growing in them. It was this enclosed glass container full of these little seedlings. So I found a company called Bit Farms, local here in West Michigan, and just reached out to them. And again, just to give students exposure to how food grows, and really in a very unique way, hydroponics being no soil. It's all water and nutrients.
Kids seeing where their food can come from, and I know that not all salads come from a hydroponic garden, but they get to see it grow, they get to see the workers plant it, they get to see it harvested and then eat it. It's an entire life cycle. I think that even though they might not necessarily be touching the lettuce every day, there is a sense of pride that I've noticed them have when it comes to these foods.
Eat your fruits and vegetables so you can grow.
A lot of them are really excited to know that what they see in the garden actually shows up on their plate. They ask me all the time, like, was this in the garden? Was this in the garden? And I'll tell them, like, yep, that was in the garden. You're eating fresh food.
Outside of color and race and height and gender, food is a great way to explain, to show somebody who you are. Where you want to go eat?
I'm Vince, I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm from Kentwood. I've always loved to cook, I've always liked business. But fast forward, when I was about 18 years old, I always had a vision, a dream to open a restaurant. It cuts the fat, the cream, the lemon, the zucchini. And I wanted to open Caribbean street food done in a modern way, and I opened Ivy Kitchen. Walking back is kind of surreal, right? You have all the memories of being here, and even though Kentwood has grown a lot, it still feels at home, and it's really cool to see all the new things like this kitchen they're building. And yeah, I think East Kentwood was one of the best experiences of my life. Right, I think in West Michigan, you don't get a true diversity, right? It's more than just white and black and Latino. Right here we have white, black, Latino, this part of Africa, this part of Asia, Bosnian, these are your friends. And you have to learn pretty quickly how to assimilate and how to homogenize with different groups of people and just become friends with them.
The kids, they eat with their eyes, so if it looks good, they'll try it. Same with vegetables. I try to jazz up the vegetables, so they'll try Brussels sprouts, asparagus, that kind of stuff. Because yeah, we all eat with our eyes, right? If it looks good, you'll try it.
The sense of family that the staff has also extends to the students. They love their students, they advocate for their students, they know what their students like, they know what their students might want to try.
being a young person having an opportunity to see a plant grow that you maybe even planted yourself is a different relationship, more of like a respect, more of appreciation for what food can provide for you, not only nourishment, but something that can taste great.
It's got strong flavor, strong flavor.
Plagiarism is the highest form of flattery, so if somebody wants to just take what we did and implement it in their school, great. We're not competing with one another. We're here to serve students, whether that's a single recipe or a method of how we do one thing. That was the goal of the grant, is to produce a model that not only meets the needs and demands of large districts, but also something that a school of 2,000 to 3,000 or even less can say, we can't use or do all of it, but we can take this small little chunk and apply it to our students.
If you've seen something that you've never tried before, why not try it? What do you have to lose? Try it.